tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to show you how to create a player sprite. First of all, we are going to remove the sprite, and then we're going to add our own. So we are going to choose the dragonfly. Okay, so the dragonfly is a little too big, so we are going to change the size in the size input box right here. So let's change it to 30. Okay, so this is much more reasonable now. We are going to want to allow you players to control the dragonfly using the keyboard. In order to do that, the dragonfly has to first react to the start event, meaning the green flag here. Scratch application always starts with this green flag, means go, and you can also stop it with the stop sign. Okay, so we are going to drag on the events panel the event when the green flag is clicked. So when the green flag is clicked, then we want to start listening to changes in the keyboard until the dragonfly dies. So what we do is we are going to click on the control on the left hand side to select a list of all the controls here. Okay. So I'm going to pick the forever control because we are going to listen to the keyboard event until the end of the game. So forever means that it will do it without stopping. And then we're going to add some conditions on it. So the first things we want to check is if the keyboard, let's say the up arrow is pressed. So we can go to the left hand side again and choose sensing. So here, in the sensing, there is a special block called key pressed. Inside there is a drop down, means that you can choose different kinds of keys. So let's drag it into the if block here, and you can choose the up arrow. So when the up arrow is pressed, we want to move the player sprite up to in the y coordinate or the y axis. Right? In sprite, the coordinate is like it's basically an x-y coordinate system. The x equals to 0 and y equals to 0 is right in the center of the screen. The top of the screen has a positive y axis, and the bottom of the screen is the negative y axis. The right hand side of the screen is the positive x-axis. The left hand side of the screen is the negative x-axis. So when the key up arrow is pressed, we want to go up. So what it means is we want to change the y position of this sprite towards the top, meaning to increasing y. So we'll go to the motion tab first, and then we are going to change the select a block called change y by. So we'll move it to there, change y by 10. Now you can quickly try it out by clicking the gold flag. So now I'm pressing the up arrow and it's going up, right? So that is good. So let's go ahead and add the other keyboard events. So I have gone ahead and added the rest of the conditions. So when the key down arrow is pressed, I want to change y by -10 because we want to decrease the y, but because we want to go down. Okay. Hey, I'm recording. I'm recording. Well,
but what are you doing?
So we start from the beginning.
Huh?
I want to start from the beginning because I think there's a better way to do this. Okay, so go down, go down, go down.
You have to start from the beginning.
No, go. I'll edit it. Go. Yeah, I'll start from the beginning. Yeah, close the door, please. Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, close the door. Yeah. So I have gone ahead and added the remaining conditions. When the down arrow key is pressed, it will change y by -10 because we are going down the y-axis. When the left arrow key is pressed, I will change the x-axis by reducing it because the left-hand side is the negative x-axis. Similarly, when the right arrow is pressed, I want to increase the x position because the right-hand side is a positive x-axis. So let's give it a try. So that looks good, right? Now, but one thing that you may notice is that when I click the go flag, the player always start at the old location. This may not be what we want because when you start a game, usually the player should start at a specific location. So what we can do is to add and go to statements before we start the loop. So when the green flag is clicked, I want to be able to move the player to a specific X location and Y location. So as we talked about before, the X is equals to 0 and Y equals to 0 position is right in the center of the screen. So I would like to start the player a little bit below the center. So I will set the X to 0 and the Y to -120. So let's give it a try. Yeah, so right here. So this is a good place to start. I think we are good with the player sprite for now. In the next video, we are going to look at creating its enemy.